A brief message from your friendly neighborhood editing Jordan. This is your content warning. We try to keep things PG-13 around here, however, certain among us have a proclivity towards foul language and foul humor, so viewer discretion is advised. This is your only warning. While we're at it, I should probably note that any opinions stated about a certain tabletop role-playing game are just that, our opinions. We have been longtime fans and players of the game, and so we have a vested interest in how game mechanics work, and as a hobby in our group, we enjoy yelling at each other over rules interpretations. So everything that we say is all in good fun. With that in mind, however, I will still ask, Wizards, please hire us. Well, with that out of the way, enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Nat One Podcast, aka Nope, because nope, you're not going to want to hear what we're about to have to say. I'm Pertuset.
I'm Levi.
And I'm Jordan.
Okay, so I have gotten all that we should need. I have several ounces of bags and pipes. They'll never see it coming, but that's what matters, is that it will be profitable. A fad.
True, I really think that this will take off in a big way. I mean, it's kind of an untapped market, if research is to be believed.
Alright, I'm just gonna need you to run by me one more time exactly how this thing is supposed to work, Reginald.
Well, you see, my big friend, today is National Bagpipe Appreciation Day. So, it only makes sense that we will take advantage of this opportunity. All the foolish people that think that they're going to get a bagpipe today and start learning how to play it, we will give them the tools, but by the time they never go touch it and try to learn, it'll be too late because we did not give them bagpipes, but rather bags with pipes.
You know, I can't help but feel a very strong sense of, what is it? How you say those words? DJ Voodoo?
I was going to say overwhelming melancholy, but maybe?
I feel like we've been here before.
What do you mean? I don't think we've had a bagpipe
We've
plan.
not done the bagpipe thing. No, this is a new scheme.
Oh no, but I don't mean like this specifically, but I mean like generally. I feel like we always come up with some kind of scheme when like a holiday comes around, you know?
What's the most profitable time of year?
Yeah, but it just kind of almost seems like too much of a coincidence to me. Like it's almost like every time we feel like we gotta do something.
It is true. My next plan was going to be on Incinerator Ragdoll Day.
Oh, we can sell ragdolls. That's really easy.
I was going to sell incineration.
And see, that's the thing too, is like who even comes up with that? That doesn't sound real.
What do you mean, who comes up with it? It's a holiday.
It's just kind of on the calendar.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, if you're gonna celebrate a holiday, someone's gotta like, at some point, someone had to have been like, hey guys, I got this thing I want to celebrate. Let's do it, right? Like it had to have not existed at one point. So who comes up with what'd you just say? Incinerate a ragdoll day? What's the whole point? What's the point of that? Like
Well, you see, that's a beloved cultural holiday of
I mean, I feel like practically it would be like if you have old rags, because that's where rag dolls come from.
But like, does it have to be a whole holiday? I mean, like, you could just do that. You could just go out back and like pitch them in a bonfire. Like, it doesn't even have to be like it could be a thing. People could have fun and like have a little bonfire. Why does it have to specifically be Incinerate a Ragdoll Day?
Well, I mean, it's kind of weird if you're just burning mass amounts of rag dolls on a random Tuesday.
Wait 1 second. Let me get my
You're
calendar.
Grimble knobs, Mimsy. I mean, surely you know something about this. Didn't you gain some kind of esoteric knowledge becoming the spirit of whatever?
Well, Grimble Knobs, that job is like, that's been around forever, pretty much. This one's like almost the oldest and most hallowed of holidays. It's a little bit different, I think. It's not as like, I feel like these ones are like, it's almost like they're like you've got one for every single day at this point.
It's true. Look at this. National Chicken Day, National Birds of a Feather Day, National Parents Day, but then there's Mother's Day, and there's Father's Day, and there's Birthling Day, Sleepyhead Day, Love
Who's
is
Step-Parents
Kind
Day? That's
Day,
awkward.
Love is Patience Day. There's so many different days that they all do the same thing, and they are all on all the same days. There's so much doubling up on here. National Donut Day or National Bagel Day. That's gotta be ugly.
We could sell mystery bags on
No,
that.
no,
We
no,
need to
no, no,
keep that
no,
one in
no, no,
mind.
no. I think you're missing the point, Doc. I think you're missing the point. No, you're falling
Huh?
for it.
Take your houseplant for a walk day? What does that even mean?
That does
I
not seem
guess,
practical.
I guess like if you're a druid.
Oh, that's on the same day as take your pants for a walk day.
Okay, that one's a little bit more. Well, I guess if you're like a wizard and you animate your pants.
I'm not even kidding about that one. That one's actually happening on July 27th today.
What?
Both of those.
What?
Anyway, there must be a reason for all of this.
I
Something.
feel like there isn't a reason for all of it. It seems kind of stupid to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe it's
But
like a marketing tactic for the calendar?
the calendar. To sell more calendars?
Oh no, there's
Presumably,
no
although,
way,
do you really
right?
need more than one?
Yeah,
I mean, it spans a whole year.
people need calendars without holidays because you gotta like keep track of time and stuff.
It's true, they have their use built in. Then who is controlling the calendars to put all the holidays in? Who benefits from all of these mundane, stupid holidays?
Well, so far, us.
Hmm.
Well, I think that's debatable for
It's
some of it.
middling sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
It works like 60% of the time, which is above half.
You're not thinking, Reginald, that there's like some kind of group pushing holidays. Is that what you're trying to get at?
Well, it's like you said, Mimsy, there's someone has to come up with these.
Some kind of like big holiday.
Perhaps a group or person, but most likely I would figure a group that benefits from holidays, enforcing their will on all the other calendar people and the people at large.
I mean, definitely the people that make all of the holiday decorations have something to gain from all of the holidays.
Oh my gosh, that's it. It's a coalition of people pushing holidays.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's what I said.
But it's much larger than I thought. At first, I thought it was like a small conclave of like maybe 30 people exerting their will. No, it's gotta be at least more than 30.
Oh no, this has got to be a global operation. I mean, think about how widespread some of these are.
Do you think perhaps it might be a wizard with, mind controlling powers?
Okay, well now I'm upset because if this is a thing, I didn't get invited after I became Grimble Knobs. They left me out. So,
You do need to see someone about that. Maybe raise a fit, see if maybe you can get a raise as Grimble Knobs, because I don't think they're paying you
oh, you think they have a
currently.
union?
They might.
They might have
Consider
a
it like
union.
for various holiday mascots.
Yeah.
Or maybe they left you out because they knew you'd disrupt the operation.
Oh, I'm like an outsider because I replaced the old Grimble Knobs. They're
Mm-hmm.
afraid of me.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Which then draws into the moral and ethicalness of the fact that we got rid of the old one. But I'm
Yeah,
not there
no,
yet.
to be fair, the first thing I immediately thought of after we brought up this whole hypothetical was that if I told you guys about it, we'd immediately try to find some way to exploit this group from the inside,
That's exactly what we're doing, right?
most likely resulting in their destruction.
Mm-hmm. But I have a suspicion that this is only the beginning. This is the surface level interpretation. Because why all these disparate days? If I was in charge of Big Holiday, I would want it all to be National Reginald Day every day.
Well,
Well,
but then you kind
maybe.
of lose the impact. If it's something that people look forward to once a year or every once in a while, then I feel like the anticipation builds more whatever they're needing. It builds more excitement.
Or I was even gonna say maybe it's like intentionally trying to cover their own tracks, right? Like they're trying to make it kind of spread out and disparate and they don't all match up being the exact same thing so that it doesn't
Disrupt the
seem,
pattern.
yeah, it doesn't seem like it's all one group pushing it.
Hmm. But if we thought about it backwards, if we thought about it as if this was a scheme we were doing, we would do this strategically. For example, if I knew that Bagpipes Appreciation Day was coming, because I made Bagpipes Appreciation Day, I would make sure to set up a bagpipe studio in advance.
Hmm.
Big bagpipes.
Big bagpipe.
No.
I mean, in this case, I would also try to control the supply and demand of bagpipes in anticipation for Bagpipe
Mm-hmm.
Appreciation Day
Mm-hmm.
by pulling most of the normal stock off the shelves and creating artificial need for an item that is not
Exactly.
necessarily desired 80% of the year, 90% of the year. Who
So
plays the bagpipes?
big less.
Could be. I think
Hadn't considered
virtually
that.
every day on here could be big. As mentioned before, there's several different days for parents, big parents. There's a bunch of different days for love, big love,
That's definitely a corporate scheme, and I think that also plays into big chocolate.
big chocolate, that's true. Big ragdoll, big fire,
Big pants.
big pants. But there's so many things. Big history, big military,
Oh,
big
that definitely
business,
plays into everything.
big cleric.
So everything's big, but they all came together to be bigger.
They're like it's like a network of leaning things. They all lean onto each other to support each other, and as a result, go taller and higher than they ever could by themselves.
I mean, surely we're not the first people to put this together. I mean, this has been happening for so long. Like, as long as I've been alive, I can remember
Mm,
most of, not Bagpipe Day, but a lot of these holidays. We can't be the first people to put this together. There has to be something somewhere that somebody has started pulling the threads here that we can find more information about.
we can try. We can start looking through books and texts. Um, it might be a newer thing, a newer phenomenon, and maybe it could be simply because we are schemers too. Real recognizes real. That's something we used to say in the alleys.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that ever in my life.
I
You
don't
were
think
not
you were
in the
ever in an alley.
alleys. You were not in the alleys where I was.
Why are you giving him credence, Doc? We usually it's you and me against him when he talks about the
No, I
growing
was
up in the
also
alleys
disagreeing.
thing.
No, I said
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
you've ever been in an alley.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to me.
No, I don't think he's ever been in somewhere that does not have like good lighting and clean floors.
The alleys had good lighting.
Well, I was gonna say, from time to time when we've been around like libraries and stuff, when we gotta do that kind of work, I've always overheard that there's like people that aren't necessarily like appreciated by the academic community because they say things that they think are like crazy. What if those people are right?
They
And
are, you're
like,
looking at one of them.
so like what if we found like one of these people and their work? What if we could find like one of their books or something? Maybe they know something about it.
Hmm. Does anybody have that magical catalog that we stole?
Oh yes, it's in the bag.
All right, yes. I say let's get that and search through it for a book by one of those crazies.
I wouldn't call them crazies. I mean, there is academic
Insanes?
credence. No, if you did research and there's reason and people don't like it and try to cover it up,
Psychopathics?
no. Find the book.
I
Hmm.
mean, like, what really is the definition of insane and in insanity, right? Is it like, is it really a bad thing to be called
Mimsy,
crazy?
you might be getting persuaded by Big Crazy right now,
It does stain your reputation irreparably.
which coincidentally was the name they called me in the alleyways.
I don't think they called you that. I don't think they called you that, man.
You wouldn't know though, because you weren't there in the alleyway.
Neither were you.
I think they called you like Reginald or in fact Reggie.
I
No,
think they called
why
you
would they call me?
probably Reggie with a very long title attached to it.
Why would they call me that? That doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make
That
sense.
because that's your that okay.
That's your full name.
Yeah, here's a catalog, man. You wanna look through the doc, or you don't? I'm not the reader, so
You can pour over it. It looks big enough. We just have to find this thread somewhere. Something about all these different entities, organizations, corporations coming together.
I mean, there is a book of corporate schemes, but I think we've read that looking for other things that we could pull, and I don't remember seeing anything about that.
Hmm. We need to look for something deeper. We need to look for something like a manifesto. Something driven not by profit, but by purpose, principle.
What if it's not? What if it's not mortal? What if it's like an entity?
What? The
Like,
author?
no. Like, what if we're looking in like it's not a group? It's a group of people serving almost like a really twisted cleric situation.
okay. Well, no, that just sounds crazy, Doc. I don't know what you're on with that, but I think that's a little bit too out there, in my opinion.
I
Hmm.
don't see you reading the books.
I don't read,
I know.
except for when I do.
Like a cult dedicated to making money.
Yes.
Or is that like a cult, or is that just like a business?
There's a very
That's
fine line. There's one
yes.
form that differentiates it bureaucratically.
Big business. Well,
Hmm.
that one's just like normal. People talk about that all the time.
True indeed. But it's an interesting idea. It's as if rather than making money for the sake of making money and then spending it, they make money for the love of the game.
Almost
Which
like,
you kind of have to
oh,
respect.
it could be like a dragon, because dragon, they don't use their money, they just get it and take it and
They
keep
just
it
hold it,
Hmm.
yes.
forever.
Perhaps it could be an entity like an ancient dragon or something like that.
Yeah.
What if it's a dragon that's amassed so much wealth that it's transcended what we typically understand as being a dragon?
What?
Hmm. Has such a
What?
thing ever happened before?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, that's what we're looking for. That's why I'm saying it might be something that's bigger than anything that we can comprehend.
Hmm. There's a there's a text here. It looks like a manifesto. I mean, look at the writing. Look at this. But
The magical revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the mortal races. What does that mean?
you can read this.
Well, I said when I can.
What language is that?
I have no idea.
What languages do you speak, Mimsy?
Oh, well, Grimble Nobbish.
Since when?
Since I became Grimble Knobs.
Oh, I
Is
didn't
that the
realize it worked
only
like that.
benefit
Yeah,
that you
no,
got
I
from
had to
being
take a
Grimble Knobs?
class.
Oh,
Oh,
who taught?
The gnomes.
Hmm, fair enough.
They're pretty nice guys.
Ugh.
they weren't too mad that we killed a couple of them.
Well, like they were upset, but like they have to do their job and everything. Union. So, as long as I'm paying them their dues, they're not too upset. It's been a couple years now. We've kind of paved it over.
You need to make sure the hamsters don't unionize though, because that's when it gets really messy.
Oh yeah, no, the gnomes and I are on that. We make sure we keep them. Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, in any case, maybe you should keep reading this, Mimsy. This may have our information that we seek, but that means we might be here for a while.
Hmm. All right. Let's take a look at this here. So, well, at first glance, this seems to be a lot more related to yeah, this guy really doesn't like magic. It's Oh, okay, but no, he's getting into something here. He says that
Mhm.
like magic has opened a door into greed and consumerism and opulence that is A plot. He says it's a plot. He says there's something going on in the dark crevices of the world where magic has been used to amplify the base desires of avarice in the mortal races in order to feed something. Something bigger than all of us, he says.
Does it
That's
I
exactly
told
what he
you it was an
says.
entity.
Well, he doesn't say it's necessarily an entity. He says, and I quote, something bigger than all of us. I don't know what exactly it is yet, and I don't have proof, but I know it's real, and they can't keep hiding it from us. It's too big to be hidden. Bigger than anything has been before.
What's his source?
I think it's just himself.
Oh. Better than anything else we got.
But, like, what if he's right?
Something so big, it's almost impossible to fathom.
Bigger than anything else has been.
Something that all these other big things work for, work towards. To what end, I do not know.
It's like big conglomeration.
Big deity?
Large conglomeration?
Big god.
It's
No, we're
working
just back to
towards something
clerics.
bigger. This thing is trying to make everything else big. In particular, this is big, big.
Whoa. You just blew my mind with that, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It feeds off of the energy of everything else being big.
That would make sense.
That's why there's so many days in the calendar and things that overlap even. The more, the bigger.
And the more people consume, like this guy says, the more it feeds into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it gets bigger, because more people participate.
And the bigger, the bigger.
I mean, it's kind of genius if you think about it. If you play all sides, you're bound to win at some point.
But then to what end? Is it a thing that ceaselessly hungers for consumption? Or, and why do people serve it? Do they do so willingly?
Maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe some people do willingly, some people don't willingly.
And why?
Maybe we should continue getting to the bottom of this. Maybe this is something that we should unravel ourselves.
Hmm.
And you're a man on the inside since you're already in on Big Holiday.
Well, no, I just explained I'm not on the inside because I think
We
they
need
don't
to get
like me.
you inside on Big Holiday. That's step one, I think.
And then, when there's no more big, Grimble is gonna come out on top, baby.
I wonder. I worry, though. Do you think that perhaps feeding into it just makes it worse no matter what, and it's impossible to destroy from the inside?
It may
Oh, well,
be
that's
impossible to destroy, but it might be better to be a part of it than not, because I feel like the benefits outweigh the downsides.
that kind of just makes me depressed to think about.
Hmm.
Like, there's no way to beat it or anything. Like, we have to conform to the standard that Big is putting upon us in order to thrive.
It's almost like an entity so powerful and so strange that it bends the whims and the wills of our people and society at large, however it chooses, and to go against it is asking for nothing but pain and suffering.
There's got to be some way, man. I want Pertuset to reign supreme. That's my thing now,
Hmm.
man. That's the only
The
thing I got
thing,
outside of this.
yeah, that's the only thing.
Well, I mean, like there was a thing with a girl a couple years ago that kind of fell through.
Oh,
Like I tried getting into sewing for a while.
hmm.
And that, I mean, I still kind of retain that, but like, what are you gonna do after when you get past a point where it's like, I'm learning and now I just know how to do it, and it's like it's not really as exciting anymore because I've done it, right?
Hmm.
So like, it's kind of almost something new every year with the Grimble gig, so it's like a little bit more.
Mimsy, you're onto something.
What?
I just don't care.
I was going to offer to let you be my research assistant in off days, but I really don't think you want that job. I go through them.
Wait. What do you mean you don't care, Reginald?
No, it's just, who cares?
But what? Okay, but you said I was on to something, and now you're just saying, oh, you don't care anymore.
That's how you beat big. Who cares? If this thing is so big and so powerful, there's nothing to be done about it.
It's all-consuming, so apathy is the only answer.
In moderation, because we don't want big apathy to get in charge.
True.
So sometimes we have to care,
I mean,
but
like a
not
little
all the
bit.
time. Only like a little bit.
Like caring to make money, but not so much that you're willing to become like a corrupt businessman.
Yeah, we do
True.
call it
We're
eat.
not keeping it. We actually do use it for things.
Like
Usually for the
Occasionally
next
stupid
scheme.
things, but we do use it for things.
Yeah, usually we do funnel the vast majority of it into the next scheme. And usually
Which again,
we
talking
do,
of the love of the game.
usually we do like lose all of it, and then for 3 months we're destitute and scrounging for money until we happen upon one scheme that does miraculously work.
Indeed. And maybe that's all one can ask to do. If there really is a giant sky dragon named Big making us all into consumers, maybe the best thing you can do is not care that much and just live your own life.
Well, maybe it's not really the best thing you can do, but it's all you can do. 'Cause
Or
like you
become part
said,
of the dragon.
or you can become part of the dragon, yes, if you wanna do that. But I feel like that's kind of like you're gonna step on some other people's toes doing that, right?
I mean,
you
like we're not good guys really, but I feel like that's like the morally wrong
Yeah.
thing to do.
you gotta
it
make
kind of
your
gets
peace
the
with
line
that.
we can't even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're kind of burying your own moral compass if you choose that path. So,
Although I think I have solved the holiday situation. If we want to be, like, we're not participating in Big, but if we want to be the holiday. You remember that beach that almost ate us?
Yeah.
how could I forget?
All of Big Holiday on that beach and just walk away.
We have a big holiday on the beach.
Exactly.
Next scheme?
Sounds like a good scheme to me.
I think it's a good idea.
Did you guys see that giant star formation that looks like a dragon's claw reaching at us?
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I don't know that constellation. Oh, no.
I think I know what happened to the author of that book.
Mondays.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to. If you really like our content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, and look for us on Spotify. If you'd like to see us continuing to do more fun projects in the future, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can find our page linked in the description above all of our other social media links. And finally, if you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and check out some more skit-based content and things like that, check us out on Twitter and TikTok, links in the description. And hey, thanks!